And welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Wooden Robot Brewing out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This beer is called Direct Currant. It is a sour farmhouse ale aged in an oak foeder with sour cultures and re-fermented on over a pound per gallon of black currants. So, I don't see too many cassis is whatever you want to call it, which is generally black currant sour, just like framboise or framboise. Framboise is raspberry, and then Creek is cherry. I don't see too many black currant ones like this. So I'm glad they're doing it because I've had some pretty good black currant beers. It is 5.5% ABV as well. As you can see, this is corked and caged. It doesn't shoot off. Bad luck with those lately. Good sound. Sounds carbonated, but not a gusher, which is good. So I'm not sure if you were able to hear that on the video, but had a very quick, dissipating, very carbonated, pinkish head. But as you can see, it pours a really nice, deep, dark red color, almost purple, You know, it looks similar to a lot of blueberry beers, which are the same way. They're not really blue. They almost look purplish. So black currants are kind of similar to that. Anyways. Whoa. Aroma is... So the first thing I noticed was a nice, like, cheesy funk. Now, I don't know how much of that is attributed to the yeast. I'm guessing most of it. But I know black currants kind of have the same feel or the same characteristics as blueberries sometimes, where they have a little bit of like a red wine funk character to them. So I'm definitely picking that up. There is almost like a cherry note to it, and again, I don't know how many times I've had currant, so it's hard for me to just say, yeah, that smells like currant. I've mainly just had it in beer. There's definitely a good amount of oaky character too from the foeder. I saw someone's review on tap saying like, "Oh, I don't know why they put it in foeders. That didn't do anything for it." Like, this is obviously not stainless aged. I mean, you can tell just by smelling it. And then it does just smell like this kind of generic like tart fruit. Sour beer, so I'm assuming this is going to be like medium level sourness. Again, I know it's silly to say I can smell sourness because I know that isn't a real thing, but I'm just liking the two other beers that smell like that. Oh wow, this is really nice. People might hate me for saying this, but this reminds me a lot of like some of the better Wicked Weed beers. And I will say I was actually at Wicked Weed like 2 weeks ago with a friend who wanted to check it out, and I don't really care that much about the whole big beer type thing. Not enough to say no way I'm not going. So I went, but I hadn't been there since all that stuff went down, and I don't know, maybe my palate has just changed since then, because it's probably been at least 2 years. But some of their stuff was just like, my God, was it Heartburn City. It was so acidic. Like I literally with every swallow like would wince with some of the beers. So that's why I say this reminds me of old Wicked Weed, not what I had 2 weeks ago. So it is a little leathery, which is nice. There's definitely a lot of like dark sour fruit. If I were to guess, because I would say it's kind of like, because I'm not too familiar with the real black taste of black currants. I would say it's kind of like a blend between blueberry and cherry. That's what I get out of it. But I'm pretty sure that's probably really what currants kind of taste like anyways. But it definitely has a general darker fruit character. There's a lot of oaky notes like there is in the aroma. It is it's bordering on the level of almost jammy. I mean, it's pretty fruity, but it also has a lot of funk underneath. If you told me that this was like one of the second use fruited sours that Fauna does, I would believe it. It's not quite as funky, but it's also not quite as tart either. So to me, I'll take those two things in balance and say that I like it about the same level. It's really tart, like at the front of the tongue, almost like sour candy, but it's not like acid burning in the throat. So that tartness in the front of the tongue, I can handle that. That doesn't really bother me. It's when it like burns swallowing it, and I'm not getting that. There is a little bit, and this is another reason why I said it kind of reminds me of Wicked Weed and even almost Crooked Stave. There is a little bit of that like minerally sweet tart character too. Excuse me. I didn't know what to think of this because most of the bottle stuff I've had from him, like the Swirl It was not, it's not barrel aged. It's not nearly the depth of this. The Creek that they did was really good, so I was hoping this was up to that level, which it is. And everything else I had was not fruited, so I was really curious how this is going to be, and it is really good. I don't remember when they released this, but all I know it was a weekend when I was out of town, unfortunately, because I wish I had more of this. I hope I can find some people in Charlotte who would be nice and trade some more to me for some other stuff, because this is really tasty. And now I know why this one sold out right away. It's really, really good stuff. So on my scale of buy, drink, dump, this is absolutely a buy. I don't remember what it cost, but I know it wasn't, like, it was $20 max, which for a really good 750 or 500 milliliter or something sour is pretty much the going rate. So for me, it's definitely a buy. It's not quite up there with like the top Jester King 500 milliliters, but in my opinion, it's close. I think it's really close to Fauna, and I probably actually like it better than some of their ones they're more fruited, but they're also almost too sour for me. This isn't quite to that level, which I appreciate. Yeah, this is definitely an A+ effort for these guys. It's really, really nice, and I don't want that to sound like, when I say for these guys, I don't mean that I expected something less from them, but this is an A+ effort, and it happens to be made by Wooden Robot. Is kind of what I meant by that. So, yeah, if you can get your hands on this, absolutely go for it. It's really, really tasty. I like it a lot. I'm definitely going to seek some more out. So, anyways, that's all I got on this guy. And please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.